Hey, welcome everyone. This is going to be the stock watch list for the 24th of September, Tuesday. Quiet day in the market today. We'll get more into that in a moment. Let's go ahead and go through some of the news that came out after the bell this evening, courtesy of the Trade Exchange, built for traders by traders. So market closed. The news that we got out, we had RLGY. We had some news there. Let's look through these before I read the news story, see if there was any movement in the after hours. RLGY looks like it moved down here a little bit. Enters into strategic marketing relationship with Park Towers, iconic luxury high rise in Las Vegas. So not really much there. Let's see. FPay announces appointment of new chief executive officer on FPAY. PRTO was halted after the bell tonight. As we scroll through, we'll read the news there. GME had a director insider purchase here, over 21,000 shares on GME. So that stock moving up into the close or throughout the day, actually, and then into the close, holding around that $5.03 area on GME. So there was an inside director purchase. PRTO was halted. PRTO Therapeutics and Artara Therapeutics agree to combined. So PRTO, after they opened it up about 10 minutes to 5, popped up to about 52 cents, then pulled back to about 39 cents on PRTO. Let's see, PRTO companies to hold a conference call on so tomorrow at 8:30. There'll be a conference call here for PRTO and the combination company, I guess. And let's see, what else did we get in the after hours? Google price target raised to 1,500 at RBC Capital. And we had some comments coming out from Secretary Treasury Mnuchin. The Chinese vice premier is coming to the United States next week for talks. So that came out this evening after the bell. U.S. President Trump, we are doing well with China. Let's see, what other news did we get? U.S. President Trump, I do not have any meetings planned with the Iranian president. And U.S. Treasury Mnuchin said that the Chinese delegation to the U.S. Farm states was delayed at our request. So that was some comments there by President Trump and Treasury Mnuchin. Let's see, we had NKTR announced abstract accepted for presentation on NKTR. No reaction really. ANCN. This stock was moving up in the after hours a bit, but kind of faded off. Let's see. They announced enters into an exclusive option to license agreement for the novel pan-RAS inhibitor for ANCN. So as you can see here in the after hours, they popped it up, but that also pulled back on that name. So let's go ahead and get the Trade Exchange news box out of the way. Let's look at the SPY because, really not too much to say about the SPY. 47 million shares traded in the SPY today. By the way, hit the like button if these videos are helping you out. It's down below this video. We appreciate the support if you can give us that. At least, we're not charging anything for the videos. All we ask is that you hit the like button down below. So anyway, 47 million shares came out. 47 million shares traded for the SPY today. In the pre-market, we kind of made the lows here on the open. Then we were ticking up and chopping around most of the day. We're still below the 5 EMA on the daily chart here and still below the 10 SMA. I guess after Friday's sell-off, not that it was a great day for the bulls, but they didn't get a big further push push down today. We are still holding above this gap up here around 296.75 area, still holding above the 20 and the 50 on the daily there for the SPY. So the Dow Jones today, everything pretty flat. The Dow Jones was plus 15. The transports were minus 72. The Nasdaq was minus 5, and the S&P 500 basically down fractionally for the day. Some news throughout, that came out this morning, and I'll do it now before I forget. So Lulu got an upgrade today by Piper, $227 price target there for LU. LU showed some decent strength today on LU, and then Chewy got an upgrade at Nomura. Had some trouble here at $28. Couldn't get through it, so watch Chewy tomorrow. So I don't forget, Chewy through that 28 area on that upgrade at Nomura. That came out this morning. Fitbit is trying to sell itself. They had the Versa 2 is going to be released or is out, the Versa 2, and it has Amazon capabilities in it. It can talk through the watch to Alexa. But anyway, Fitbit looking to maybe look to sell itself. I wonder if Amazon is interested in Fitbit since they have that connection with Alexa. Anyway, Fitbit was up today on that news. As far as some of the sectors, JNUG was up 7%. Nougat was up today. We had silver jumping today 4%. Oil was up a little under 1% for the day on oil, still below $60 per barrel on that. The SMH moved up a little bit today, and the OIH was up a little bit under 1%. Over in some of the sectors here, the retail sector, the XRT was up one of the best today, up over 1% on that. And we had the XLU was up a little bit fractionally for the day. XLF was up fractionally for the day, so not too much here. The metals and the mining ETF popping a little bit for today. Some of your top stocks in the Dow, we had American Express and Nike both up 1%. McDonald's was up 1%. So Nike, they have earnings coming out. I'll show you that in a second. American Express up a little bit. McDonald's bouncing, holding this 100 SMA here and that 210 area for McDonald's. To the downside for today, you had UNH dropping a bit. Walgreens Boots Alliance down over 1% on the day. Some of the other stocks that were up today, Big Lots jumping almost 6% on the day. BIG, a lot of gold stocks up. KL up today. Silver stock, Pan American Silver up 5%. ELF was up 4%. Chewy jumping 4% for the day. Ulta had a little bit of a bounce today, up almost 4%. Cree was bouncing today, up almost 4% on the day. Let's see, and then Lulu up 3%. Crocs was up 3% almost for the day. To the downside, Overstock got hit again today, down another 25% on the day for Overstock. Solely was down 8% on the day. KTOS dropping down to the 200 SMA here on KTOS, bounced off that 200 SMA. Dave & Buster's was down 6% on the day. Some of your low-priced stocks, this PSTV, right? They came out with news this morning on PSTV. They popped it up this morning, a big runner in the pre-market at around 20 minutes after 6 o'clock, and they pushed that one all the way up. And then they halted it. Then they came out with an offering, and so I hope a lot of the traders that watch this video didn't get caught in that PSTV I guess setup there, and then the stock just jammed down on PSTV. Dirty stock on that one. RBZ had earnings today. That stock dropping 39% for the day. What else did we have? RVLT was down today, 18, 19%. TEUM, no love there, down 15% on the day. UXIN had earnings today, and that stock dropping 14%. To the upside, AVDL had a nice pop of a day, up 33%. Dova had a nice day today, up 18%. AWSM jumping 14%. BCRX jumping 13%. SRAX climbing 13% on the day. Just in the marijuana space, really getting hit here. To the upside, really nothing much. We had ACB up 1% on the day. Real ugly daily chart there right now. Don't be a hero in these marijuana stocks. DT is still holding up okay. A lot of topping wicks though right now on DTEA, DT. Hexo was up for the day. HEXO battling that 450 area. To the downside, you had this GNLN, that stock dropping 6%, TTPH dropping over 6%, XXII dropping almost 4% on the day. And then on our IPO list, to the upside, this GHSI had a very nice day. It's an under $1 name, but it was up 20%. BCEL turning the corner here, up 18%. What else? MORF popping today, a biotech IPO jumping 17%. BCYC also jumping 16% for that one. To the downside in the IPOs, this JMIA, the Amazon of Africa, having another lousy day here, down 9%. MITO down 7%. LVGO was down today. PINS was down today. PINS was down almost 6% on the day, PINS. So that's, some of your winners, losers for today. Let's go ahead and get into that watch list for tomorrow. So some names, I'll have on watch, and also, I watch my trade ideas scanners in the morning for things getting volume. Also, I'll be watching, trade exchange for anything with news tomorrow. But AMD had call activity in the name today. Also was mentioned by Pete Najarian. He does an unusual options activity segment on CNBC. So AMD was moving up a bit today. So I'll have it on watch tomorrow. BCRX came off of that list that I showed you earlier. Trying to turn the corner here on BCRX. Was strong throughout the day. 2.5 million shares. A big BIG maybe trying to turn the corner here, getting back above the 50 SMA. Might be one you want to watch for some follow through on the name. Intraday, Dova, would like maybe a red to green move, some pullback. Usually when stocks have a big day like this, the next day is an inside day. But you could possibly see a continuation move in Dova, or like I said, if it pulls back in the morning, then maybe we get a reversal play in it. GBR was perking up a little bit, but just volume so light in GBR was perking up, but that volume just a little bit light. GHSI trying to get up over the 50 SMA here. The highs today on this name, 70 cents. The 50 SMA is at 68 cents. It closed at 65. So maybe if they can break it through that 70-cent spot on GHSI. GLBS was perking up throughout the day here and there, but once again, volume very low on this name. It's trying to turn here, but as you can see, it's an ugly daily chart, still stuck below the 200 SMA. GME, that insider purchase, strong throughout the day. Maybe taking themselves private here on GME. Volume over 12 million shares. Keep an eye on it. Hexo, out of the cannabis names, 5 million shares. Needs to get up over this 450 area, maybe to get going again. Lulu, we'll be watching this one for a continuation move in Lulu. Maybe if it can take out these highs back here for Lulu, possible swing trade in the name. Keep an eye on that one. MLNT had a a decent day, but as you can see, right, it would pop up, pull back, pop, pull back. So it wasn't one easy one to trade intraday. And towards the close, it started to get up over the highs. The problem with today was, you had to play things like a diamond cutter today. If you didn't catch it just right, there just wasn't the follow through. But this one, keep it on watch for tomorrow. 1.5 million on that one. Micron has earnings coming up towards the end of towards Thursday, I believe it is Thursday for MU, and so we'll be watching this one throughout the day and for the rest of the week. Nike has earnings coming up. We'll be watching that. Overstock maybe due for a bounce at some point here. I mean, we're down from $30 down to $11. Maybe we get a further push down tomorrow and then a reversal back up. OXFD was strong today. Keep an eye on that one. RAD has earnings coming up. Maybe this one wants to pop. And then let's see, what else do I have? A run, solar name holding up okay. Keep an eye on that one. SPWR, very strong in the solar space. Square, trying to get back. It's in this range here, Square. We shorted it today. We got a small short out of Square today. But if it can take out, these highs of today, maybe it'll start to reverse. Or if it breaks down through this low of 56.50, you could get a further push down. TTOO, had a couple of nice up days here. Now coming up to that $3 area for TTOO. So keep an eye on that one. One thing I didn't do in the video, I'll just show you this. As far as some of your stocks that were popping today, ARTX, VTSI, PTE, but it gave it back to the downside. You had, like I said, Overstock, TEUM, etc. As far as economic information for tomorrow, we do have, let's see, at 9 o'clock, Case-Shiller, and then at 10 o'clock, consumer confidence. I thought that used to be on Fridays. Now they move it around, I guess. So 10 o'clock, consumer confidence. So that's some of your economic. And then we talked about it on the video last night. A lot of Fed speak we had today, and we have going Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Fed speak. As far as your sector map for today, as you can see, not a great day there. Kind of a mixed bag here. For Apple was up, Amazon was down, Google was up, Facebook was down. The banks, we had Wells Fargo up, Bank America down, UNH, Pfizer. So a mixed bag here for the markets and very sluggish action for today. And then once again, for your earnings coming out, you got NEO, the China Tesla. So NEO will be reporting tomorrow, CarMax, KMX. BlackBerry tomorrow morning, J-Bill. You have Nike after the bell tomorrow night. Cintas will be reporting. KB Homes, Rite Aid, and Micron coming up. Pier 1 Imports, PIR, will be reporting. So there's your earnings for the week ahead and whatnot. All right.